All right, let's talk about a word we all think we get: freedom. But what if I told you that the choices that feel the most liberating, right here, right now, are actually setting a trap for your future self? Let's dig into the huge difference between feeling free now and actually being free later.
And that brings us to the big question, right off the bat. Is true freedom really just doing whatever you feel like whenever the mood strikes? I mean, it sounds amazing. But the answer, as you're about to see, is way more interesting than that.
And this is where we run into something I call the freedom paradox. We're going to explore this really fascinating, kind of counterintuitive idea that the choices that seem to scream freedom can actually be the very things that box you in later on.
Okay, so here's the key idea. The whole concept hinges on this one thought. Some choices feel awesome and free in the moment, but behind the scenes, they're quietly stealing your options for the future. So let's see how this actually works in the real world. We'll call this section the Easy Now Trap. This is all about what that short-term, feel-good freedom looks like and why it's so darn deceptive.
So what does this false freedom look like day to day? Well, it's pretty much what you'd expect. It's the path of least resistance, Doing whatever you feel like, dodging responsibilities, picking comfort over effort, and pushing important stuff off to later. It feels great. For a little while.
And here is the trap, laid out plain and simple. That easy now path, man, it feels like pure comfort. It feels like zero pressure today. But look where it leads. It leads to fewer options. And the irony? It leads to way more pressure tomorrow. That thing you avoided doesn't just vanish, does it? But of course, there's another way. There has to be. So let's talk about building lasting freedom. This is what we call the harder now, easier later path. And just to be clear, this isn't about restriction. It's about investment. And this right here, this is a huge shift in thinking. Real, long-term freedom isn't something you just get lucky and fall into. Nope. It's something you have to build, deliberately, choice by choice, day by day. So, what are you building it with? Well, think of these as the bricks and mortar. Things like discipline, being reliable, actually following through on what you say you'll do, developing skills that are valuable, and earning the trust of the people around you. Not always easy, for sure, but incredibly powerful. Now look at the payoff. The harder now path? Yeah, it feels like effort. It feels like discipline. It's definitely harder today, but the destination is a completely different world. It leads directly to more options, more opportunities, and way more actual freedom tomorrow. This brings us to the real game changer, the payoff. It's time to completely redefine what we even mean when we say the word freedom, because it turns out it's not just a feeling, it's about access. And this is the part we really have to get. It's so important. If we've defined freedom in our heads as just a feeling, the feeling of I can do whatever I want, then we've been missing the biggest piece of the puzzle. Here it is, the new definition. True freedom is access. It's having access to more and better choices. It's having access to opportunities that other people don't. And, maybe most importantly, is having access to the trust of others, which is like a master key that opens almost any door. I mean, just think about that for a second. Every single time you choose to be reliable, to follow through, to build a skill, you are literally forging a key that will unlock a door for you in the future. And every time you choose short-term comfort instead, you're quietly locking one of those doors for good. Okay, enough with the big ideas. An idea is useless if you can't actually do anything with it. So let's make this real. Let's apply this stuff directly to your life right now. So I'm going to ask you to really do this next part with me. We're going to make this super personal and concrete. So when this next question comes up, I genuinely want you to pause for a second and just think. All right, here we go. Be honest with yourself. What is one habit, just one, where choosing easy now consistently creates problems for you later? Maybe it's hitting the snooze button one too many times. Maybe it's procrastinating on that project at work. Or maybe it's avoiding a tough conversation you know you need to have. Just pick one. Okay, got it? Now for the last and most important step. For that one specific habit you just thought of, what would the harder now, easier later path look like? What's the small, disciplined, slightly uncomfortable thing you could do today that would create more freedom and less stress for you tomorrow? So we'll leave you with this one thought to chew on. Short-term comfort and long-term freedom, they are not always the same thing. In fact, they're often opposites. And the only question that really matters is, which one are you building today?